Right, hello once again YouTube to another episode of Astrox Imperium. Our economy style playthrough of it. We've been focusing more on trying to make a bit of money through making stuff and mining exploration. We're going to move on quite quickly because we're under attack. There are pirates here. What we've been trying to do in the last episode is basically finish off some of the exploration. Oh, we are taking hits actually. Yeah, time to go. And the next step to that is finishing off the blue sector. We've been paying to get through some of the gates that were sealed off. And then seeing what's on the other side of them. And actually, so far, it's been a mix. There's been some areas that have had nothing, and some that have actually been quite interesting. Aside from one area, which had large piece of space salvage, I'm not exactly sure why a lot of these are sealed off behind paved gates, but... Is that... Zyor? No, just adamant. Oh, actually, is that Xenox? Ah, okay, as I say. Yeah, we'll grab some of that while we're here. That's a nice valuable one. Then we'll move on to Great Torna. Wait, where's the walkway for that? Ah, there. Yeah, this is going quite far actually. I suppose it's actually about right, proportionally. But yeah, we've nearly finished the map. Not quite sure what we're going to do once we finish exploring, but we still have some things that we're working on, some projects. We're what's the word? We're trying to make our own station, which is the main one. We did lose a load of components because of effectively putting in a custom ship, and I didn't realise that would overwrite some stuff. Not components. We did lose components. We lost a load of ore and stuff from our refinery back home. And a bunch of blueprints. We're also trying to buy new blueprints to restock off on the ones we lost. Daytona, but these kind of knows. But yes, for now, we'll continue to explore and see how things go for a little bit. I haven't seen any sign of any story content at all, so I'm assuming it's not here. I think it is just a sandbox game, which is fine. I guess the actual sandbox mode, quote unquote, is just maybe infinite money. Ooh, this is a bit wow. Aside from the blinding bright green star, this is a bit Homeworld 1-esque. Hello, is that a salvage piece? It is. There is salvage here. It's also the darkest system we've ever been to. There's no light with anything. Some of the rest of this stuff salvage, or is it just that piece? Just that piece. Okay, I'll still mark this section as having salvage in it because salvage has been quite rare. Salvage. Yeah. But not much. And it be dark. Bring bright. Bring lights. Maybe that's why we need the maybe that's why we need the spotlight. Yeah, incredibly dark areas of space like this. Oh, where's that as well? What is that supposed to be? Is that a rock? Not sure. There's two very large chunks of something, but we can't really make them out. Now on to Dallas. Ooh, and into Galiente space by the look of it. Ooh. Okay, there's a lot going on here. More gates. Let's head to the station. Food made. Oh no, the food made station. Plastite. Or Plasite, and also... Oh, I can never remember the names. Dynex. I try to get the hang of the names of the asteroids. I'm getting some of them. But yes, there's some valuable ore here. Food made happened to be having an ore shortage, like sometimes seems to happen. We might do a bit of grinding here. We are still going to need more money for our station after all. See what Food Made is selling. Market. In demand. Ah, they're demanding more goods and things. And it looks like they build generators here. A lot of them. Actually, I'm going to mark this station as well. Generate. Oh. Generate. Available. That's right, it's generators. Of many kinds be available here. It might not be a bad idea to mark a lot of the stations for what they sell for the sake of being able to find things later. I did not mean to search by usable, but mind you, that skill points one could be useful. That could actually... Okay, we'll buy a basic skill manual while we're here, because that would allow us to go up a tier in cruisers next time we're back. I actually meant to search for documents. In plates, we'll have that. Battery cores, I think we got those back again. I don't think we need those. Harvesters, energy capacitors. Okay. Let's have a look at the shipyard, see what they sell here. Megastar, that's a new type. I haven't seen those before. And it is apparently a support cruiser. But assisted in mining and combat operations. It's a minor combat ship, I guess. Primarily mining, in fact, by the look of it. With a lot of slots on it. Mining escort, curator. Pirate cruiser. Yeah, with the flags. Arcanis. You see these everywhere. Is it literally arcanic, like archaic? As in they're everywhere? It's a nice ship design, though. Redeemer. This is another one we've seen that we could upgrade to that in theory at some point. Mining carrier. Informer. It's a very big recon cruiser. Yeah, some interesting stuff there, but nothing we need too critically. Oh! We were going to sell the Xelox. Yeah, it's a reasonable price. Cool. We don't have a university here. We have 43 though. We will be able to train up into cruisers level 2. Pindale and Helion. We'll go for Pindale. I always press the wrong button there as well. Right, let's go. I'll head back via Helion to save a bit of time, and then we've also got to explore still Zilia Valley to go up to Pony, and we've got to go to Adrenal to take a look at Itchner Well. And then I think we've explored the whole map. I think that will be everything. We'll have been around the whole universe. Not a bad bit of work, really, for however many hours it's been so far. Of course, just because we've been around the universe doesn't mean there aren't still things to do, but... Ooh. Exploration cartographer. Is that 1 million credits? 100... Hang on. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 1 million credits and 100 skill points, I think that is. Yeah. Excellent. 100 skill points. I just said about exploring, actually. We can go further out. So there's an industrial, there's loads of Dynex, and it's dark stuff, which I think is Quasar. Yep. We'll grab a bit of this, then we'll head on to Ion Child. Interesting names these stations have. I wonder if these link round. This kind of looks like it might link back, which will save us a lot of time, actually, if it does. Dynex is one that's good for weapons and things, so we'll definitely want some of this at some point, because we do want to do combat at some point. I'd like to get maybe a really crazy high-level ship, maybe the custom one we made, maybe something even bigger. Get a bunch of money saved up and then buy a big warship, maybe even start a fleet. I could start running some combat missions maybe, and then use that to hire some mercs, because we need mercenaries. And that could lead into our station later. Alright, and on to the next spot. Yeah, refines into a lot of things like the crystals that nearly all the ammunition need. The far end, probably, of blue space is. It is the far end, and it does link back. That will save us a little bit of time. It's another extremely dark area. Blue seems to be the physically darkest bit of space. Quite big station, as well as an actually accessible station. A load of broken rocks. A tremendous amount of ore here. What is this stuff? Oh, I think we clicked on a ship by accident there. Loads of Torum. Another space lightning storm. At first, to me, they were spooky. Now they are part of the scenery. Cybermind. Spelt just as one would spell it in the 90s, I think. Let's also get that gate scanned. We'll head back to Itchner, and then we'll maybe double back around to get some of the ones we haven't got yet. Market. Do you charge a good price for Dynex? No. But we'll sell it anyway. It is not like we are short for ore around here. Let's see what you guys sell. Drone command base. A lot of prototype parts. Okay, cool. Active modules. gun, basically. Torpedo launchers we probably will want at some point, because I'd like to do something with those. I like torpedoes as a thing. And documents. Oh, what's in demand? Yeah, salvage. Okay, documents. Not sure if we have gaskets back yet, or springs, so we'll grab those too. Annoyingly, I can't remember a lot of the stuff we need. Circuit boards, I don't think we have. LEDs, again, I think we need. We've got a bit of money, so even if we double up by accident, that's not a problem. Right. Oh, hang on, no, we should also check the shipyard. Always check to see what kind of ships you can find around the place. Hexalon, Redeemer. But I think we've actually said a good selection of the game ships at this point. There are mods that add extra, and I might... much as we had the slight problem before with adding mods, but I can maybe check that they're not going to overwrite anything with the future ones, but it might be a good idea to maybe add some at some point. Maybe try and see what the community have made. They probably have even bigger ships than are in the base game. The game has been quite good for modders, I've heard. They've been pretty good at supporting them and making sure that they can change things without too much difficulty. I mean, the modding tools are literally available off the main menu. That's where the ship editor is. It takes a little bit more fiddling than that to get them in-game straight away for a new game, but I'm pretty sure once you've made the mod, the moment you create a new game, they'll just be in there from scratch. Or be in there from step one, I should say. So I guess be in there from scratch is right. But yes, I guess at the moment the end goal of our series is still to make the station. But we could definitely push on a bit beyond that. See any reason why not? Depends on what we want to do, really. I would have got a lot more Torimor. I guess this is where we would use a spotlight, because man, this part of space has been gloomy. That's not, but these rocks aren't even really lit. They're already dark enough. Right. We now need to head back to Dallas. Heading back the other way. There wasn't too much to see on that particular bit of the route. It's interesting that they cut this off behind a little bit of a paywall in the case of the field and the beacons, but there's not much different past here. I guess there's that one bit of giant salvage. I suppose that's different. This all the giant pieces of salvage seem to have been locked off. I'm pretty sure you can salvage other ships, but those specifically have been locked. Might have to manually take control of the ship for a moment here. You can actually manually override. And we're through. Don't want to get stuck on the space rocks. Pindel. Let's go. Past Pindel to Dallas, and then we'll see what's in... What's the station called? Halogen. And then we'll head round to here and check out Pony. Or Pony. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. And then we're done. We have actually explored everything after that, although there could obviously be a few more stations past those jumps, but yeah, we'll actually have explored everything. We'll have a full map, right? Don't think we've missed anything else. Not seeing any open-ended things. I don't know whether that cartographer award we got was for having... whether that was like the 100% award in a sense, because they're like, yeah, you've explored effectively all of it, we'll give it to you, or whether there's a bonus for exploring absolutely everywhere. I don't know. Let's bet we'll find out. Tell you what, let's grab some plasite while we're here, because that's also worth a lot. It's another one that's quite valuable. Never hurts to grab a little bit in one station and sell it on to the next, I found. Mining is certainly a viable career in this game. I think we've definitely proven at least that much. If nothing else, potentially. But yes. Not too sure necessarily what you would do with a lot of your resources, but I suppose then again, building buildings is quite expensive. Ships are not super cheap, so I guess we're not at the high end yet. I'd say we're a good way into the mid-range of the game, I suppose you would call it. That Halligan warp gate appears to be an asteroid. And it's just in front of it. Yeah, that would be a bit unusual if the asteroid itself is the warp, but there's nothing to stop you mounting a warp gate on an asteroid, I wouldn't have thought. I mean, there might be some space reasons why you're not supposed to do it, but... Just the gate back to Kitorish, and... another big ruin. Loads of them out here, but still no closer to necessarily fully understanding what they are. Oh, I guess we're using the new warp gate at any rate. No, every time. Every time, it's fine. Not what I meant to do, but we'll take it. Yeah, we're doing quite well. I think we'll be able to get cruiser. Level 3. I think we'll actually be able to even buy the custom ship. It should be good. It's effectively a cruiser with a a small carrier-sized cargo bay. A handful of minor bonuses. It's got a tough hull, weak shields. It should be interesting. Should be interesting to try out. Yeah, huge chunk of space salvage. Kind of looks like the lighting's broken. Just the weird shading, but these ores really do come out dark. Tell you what might be interesting for this game at some point. I might have to see if they've got a community to track down. I'd considered doing it before for looking up something, but managed to find it on just Google. Might be interesting to see if there's a community thing for this game and find out what they're planning to add to this game in the long run. So I'd kind of be interested to know, honestly. I would definitely be interested to see where they're going with all this. This is a game with a lot of good stuff in it. And it does still get updated reasonably often, so I am wondering, like, where are they going with this, I wonder? What's the long-term goal? But of course, one doesn't find answers without going looking for them, so... Not usually, anyway. Aside from if you're having a coding problem, in which case you tend to find them when you go to the bathroom. As I found from our prior experience. Right. On to Pony. Which I believe is it. This is the last system we haven't explored yet. Here it goes. The last one. Hopefully it's not underwhelming, but... Is that more salvage? There is more salvage here. I'm not sure that fully saved, but... Generators, salvage here, salvage here. Okay. And on the other side of here is Zyor. And more salvage. Which we will mark. Just mark it as salvage. Yeah, that looks like about it. I'm not currently... I expect there is one, but I'm not currently even seeing a station here. Well, you know, inside that one, but these ones are everywhere, and I still don't know what half of them are for. Space lighting. Right. We didn't get another Cartographer's Award, so guessing that's the game's way of telling us, like, we've already got it. So we got that little one. But that is good to know. We've explored nearly everything. We've seen what this game has to show us in terms of locations to go to. We'll maybe also haul this Placite back to base and refine it back home. So for the moment, I'm going to pause and we'll travel back and we will resume in a moment. Alright, so we're back and we're doing a bit of refining. Apparently we had about 4,000 animite in there that wasn't being refined. I'm not sure why. But it looks like we're getting a good set of ingredients off of this, including a lot of things we were lacking, like copper, acid, aluminium shards, and the Dynex crystals. So we'll leave that to run in the background. Ooh, University, Cruiser level 2. And I want that up to level 3 to cap things off. That's going to be training for a little while. Yes, because we would like to buy BWI Type 1 freighter when we can, which we can afford. But we don't have the skills to operate it just yet. We're not far off, but just maybe the textures look better on that than they used to. Oh, maybe it's because it's actually showing them in game rather than in the editor where the lighting's a bit weird. Let's also chuck these blueprints into the fabricator. Don't know what it does if we have a double, but looks like we actually have managed to avoid any double ups, at least at the moment. Ooh, that one I didn't see get added. Ah, okay, so we do have 2 circuit board blueprints. That's fine. Okay, so we did double up on a couple of things, but not really an issue. The refinery is going strong. It's going to be going for a little while by the look of it. Let's see. How long is that university skill going to be training? A little bit. We'll go grab a little bit of extra ore. I thought that refinery would be working in the background while we're doing other stuff, but I guess not. Oh, I know one thing we would like to train up. And I'm a little iffy about doing this in case this costs us the skill points we need for the cruiser level 3, but we're going to quickly check in Starbase Corporate and see what it looks like it'll cost. See if we think it's going to work, because one thing I would like to get is another tier in the refinery skill. So mining 11 at once rather than, or refining 11 ore at once rather than 6. Because 1 was far too slow, and 6 is not great either. So if we can roughly double what we're doing at the moment, or just slightly under double it, that sounds pretty good to me. I think it's cheaper to run more stuff at once as well. We'll actually save about half the cost on the refining. University, I believe it is here. No, maybe it's not. Refinery mechanic. Yes. Oh, 10 skill points. Yeah, we'll have that. That's not gonna break the bank. But we will take cruiser operation again before we do anything else. Ships, do you guys still here? Oh yeah, it was mining ships, wasn't it? Yeah, we'd still like to hire some mercenaries at some point. We can't do that just yet, but what's going on? Metatron. Yeah, so we'd like to hire some, but we need to increase our rank with the factions. And at the moment, we're really high with excavators, but they don't seem to actually have a station, as far as I can tell. To hire from, whereas trade, which is put in the main one, we can't afford. Science we could, potentially. I don't know what ships they have, but we could potentially use them. I think they have a station here, right? Somewhere? Now, that's law. We've got the religious one, which I think is that one. Have a little look over there, just check quickly. I think it's a trade station, a law station, a mining station, which is actually trade as well, I think, but just to be confusing. It could just be the quests I'm taking that are confusing me. Yeah, that's temple, which I don't even know what they count as, and I think this one is pirate, if anything. Which, I mean, props for presenting pirates as a legit career choice, I guess. It is a little bit of an unusual choice. They can't obviously be that much of a problem, because I can't imagine at all that the other factions would let them set up a station in what seems to be the core of their sort of space empire, I guess, or whatever's left of it. I'm guessing this was one of their main stations. Like we've seen one even larger wreck actually, but I'm guessing this was one of the most major ones, given its central location. Yeah, we actually saw one larger one at the end of, I think, Purple Space, or it might have been a different arm of Blue Space than what we've been exploring recently. But there was one enormous one. Again, there's lots of questions, and I know there is lore in this game because we were offered to have a look around it earlier, but we sort of skipped out on it, and then I don't know if we can go back to it. Yeah, we can take cruiser, level 3. So we will at this point buy that ship because we're going to be able to afford it. We'll fly it in a minute. Ta-da! Can we actually activate it? No, we can't. I guess that means that's the one we're in. Yeah, and I don't know if we could fit mercenaries into our own ships, or whether they have to fly the ones they start with. I assume you can, so you can use the ships you bought for other things, but I could be wrong. It might be that you can only use them with their ships. Interesting. And then, yeah, so potentially we might want to level up with some of the other factions. Alpha seems to be another one. I don't know what Alpha... What does Alpha have mercenary-wise, I wonder? These seem to be reasonably easy quests for science, actually. That's quite interesting. Fairly easy for a decent price. Actually, is that one? That might be why, because it starts so far off. Yikes. Right. Offices, is that right? Is that what we'll look at? No, I don't think it is. But we'll have a quick look if there's any tutorials we haven't seen yet. Wormholes I might do, actually, because we haven't seen these. Locate and survive the exploration of these wormholes. Rare anomaly in the universe. Natural warp gate sector is not shown on the map until explored. Oh, there is more to see! We haven't said everything yet. Okay. Wormholes use natural cosmic energy to warp a ship from one end of the wormhole to the other. The energy involved can take time to store up in a wormhole. When it's used, energy is used as well. Can collapse. That's a bit like Eve. I know what causes them to generate, but it's said to do with concentrated energy. They're a small gravitational pull and often collect trash and debris, and it can be valuable. But it can be very dangerous. Hostile environments and low security. Okay. Finding them can be tricky because they don't spawn often. No, that's true. We haven't seen any yet. Cannot see them well with the naked eye, but some specialized equipment can help you detect them. Active scanner will report if a sector has wormhole energy nearby. Turn the active scanner on and wait for it to cycle. Okay. At a distance. Oh! But it doesn't tell you where they are. That's interesting. Oh, I see. Sector area that wormhole transport to will remain accessible even if the wormhole's collapsed. Warp drives can do it. May require that you harvest a star for fuel. We can harvest stars? I'm sorry? I didn't know we could do that. Okay. It's highly recommended that you always carry a harvesting beam with you when you warp to a wormhole. Usually have more jumps available at the exit gate than the wormhole entrance. Energy generator near to the wormhole gate will provide a source of energy for it. With the warp gate on top of it. Oh! That's what that does. So we can actually put a warp gate on a wormhole. That's cool. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we haven't seen then yet. Excellent. Stronger gravitational pull than others. These tend to create crates for nearby battles, and they can often contain items. Wormhole crates between deteriorating even before they're sealed for the first time. Okay. Raiders use them for safe havens. They sometimes set traps. Hide cloaks in the asteroid field. Okay. Sometimes set up a headquarters. Ooh. Okay. We have a possible end goal to go wormhole exploring then. Rare, can be quite pleasant. Moderate environments, resource rich and not a raider inside. Oh, so there are nice ones as well. And the pilot journal, is that this one? I don't know what the button to see the tutorials is. Let's have a quick save. Let's have a look at the controls. I'm sure we'll be able to find the button for it. But that is interesting. I did not know that was a mechanic that was in here, so there actually is a lot more to find. We haven't seen the whole map yet by any means, by the sound of it. Hotkeys. I'm guessing the pilot's journal is going to be one of these? Ship detail. Journal N. Ah, okay. Wormhole's document. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, we can totally see what they want. Oh, we can use this to plan out our stuff. Oh. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we can find out information. It's not the smoothest mechanism, but we can find out what the other stations want. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Structure scans. These are scans none, apparently. Ships. Oh, I think we need to use the, Oh, I think we need to use the scanner. I think that's what the scanner's for. We can scan structures and things and find out stuff about them. Ships. Okay, cool. Oh, let's have a look. So, advanced options. The ideology behind the development of Astrox. Hang on. We're running out of time for this episode, so I'll cut this here. And we'll have a little bit of a look through this stuff later and see if there's anything else interesting we can find, maybe. And we'll also see if we can man that new ship. Because we should be nearly there. So I'll see you all next time where we can try out the new one.